Someone's in your house. They've been in your house. They've walked around. They saw what they wanted to take. And now they want more. They know that you're single. They know that you're alone. They've canvassed your house. They're in your room. They're right over top of you. You don't know it. But you are about to be robbed.
YouTube, what is the deal? Everybody that came back to watch your six, welcome home. And everybody who is new to the channel, welcome. So we had a little bit, I have the luxury of gaining a lot of knowledge from being a barber, being a police officer, and being a part of the 2A community. And it's an awesome thing. But the topic that kept coming up is this. Let me give you a scenario. Let's say it's 3:06 in the morning. Everybody is asleep in the house. The house is completely quiet, and you hear your alarm system go off. And I'm not talking about your alarm system, your cameras and stuff like that. I'm talking about your first line of defense, which is your dog. Your dog goes off. Doesn't really bark too much, but they are barking like that bark. You know how your kid cries and you know it's your kid, and your dog is barking with that alarming bark, like something is going on. Hey, where you guys at? You need to come check this out. So you reach for your piece. You reach for something that you feel is going to protect you or protect your family or protect everybody in the home at that particular time, if need be. What are you reaching for? Are you reaching for, let's say a 9mm? Are you reaching for a 40? Are you reaching for a 45? Are you reaching for something even dieseler than a 45? I don't know. See, and that was the question that we were asking. That was the question that I was trying to figure out. You reaching for this? This is a 10. Are you reaching for this? It's a 45. Are you reaching for those two? Bedside. Absolutely clear as always. What are you reaching for? Are you reaching for your 10? Absolutely clear as always. Are you reaching for your 10? Is this enough? Is this enough? Is this enough? You don't know what the situation may involve. Is it one assailant? Is it 3 assailants? Are they scattered all over the house? What do you use? And that was that was the topic the other day. I was trying to figure out, like, what is the best. I know this topic's been covered on YouTube 1,000 times, but I haven't covered it. So I'm not saying I'm the most foremost and definitive voice on what should be covered as far as topics are concerned. But for me, I'll say this. I was a strong advocate of this. I was a strong advocate. Everything's clear. I was a strong advocate of the shotgun. The shotgun is an amazing tool. It's an amazing tool, and it's a purely violent tool. I mean, some people can say that they are technical shotgun handlers, but for real, the shotgun is straight up pure violence. You hear something in the corner, you hit it with the bird, or you see something straight on and you hit it with the buck, or you think how I used to think, which that was enough to deter anybody. Well, see, nowadays it's not. That's not enough to deter the bad guy, as we know. because the bad guy could be coming with this as well. So you're limited to about, what is it, 8 rounds? 8 rounds of this. Although they are powerful rounds, you're limited to about 8 rounds. Okay, so let's put it into perspective. You got 3 to 4 assailants. They're scattered all over your living room right now, or they're in multiple places in the house. 9 times out of 10, it really, not 9 times, I would say, there may be a 50-50 chance, maybe a 50-50 shot that you have to get into a firefight in your home. Okay? A firefight with 8 shots isn't that much of a firefight if you're not placing those rounds where you need to put them. So, although the shotgun is a powerful tool, I don't think it is the best tool to use as far as protecting your home at nighttime. So, let's bring in another contender. This is my rifle. This is my my Smith & Wesson 15 Sport. I like this. It was actually my first rifle that I've ever gotten, and it has enough to do the job. You put your light on, you can see what you're hitting. My shotgun didn't have a light. This has the mag capacity, which is clear. This has the mag capacity to take on as many as assailants as you can possibly have in your house, unless you're dealing with a battalion of people in your house. This has the capability of defending your house more effectively than these two. These two hold about 15, I think 15 apiece. So that's 15 of 45 and 15 of the almighty 10. 10 millimeters is an awesome caliber. You should really go out and fire it if you've never fired one before. It is not a 40. People compare it to the 40. It may fit in the 40 cartridge, but it may be similar to the 40 cartridge as far as diameter, circumference, and that's about it, because it has a different amount of powder, has a different amount of pressure. It's just different. It's better than the 40. If you can handle a 40, you need to take this out and see if you can get busy with the 10. I'm guarantee you're going to love it. If you're a power whore, you want this. This is also a good bullet too. And people say that the 45 is slow. I don't give a damn how slow a 45 is. A person or somebody who is in your home, who's not supposed to be in your home, if they have this on their ass, you're not outrunning it. Okay? You're not the Flash. You know what I'm saying? You're not the Flash. You're not outrunning bullets. So if, you know what I'm saying, all of these tools are worthy of protecting your home. If you have a light, I say you always should have a light on your home defense weapon, period. You need a light because you need to see what you're hitting. Okay? You need to see what you're hitting. You can't hit what you can't see. Even if you know your house 100%, you still can't hit what you can't see. So you need a light. That's number one. Shotgun doesn't have a light. So shotgun is like it's a distant option right now. It's getting further and further and further away from being at the forefront of being a worthy competitor for home defense. These are a little bit more feasible. They both have lights. Okay? They both have lights. They both have great lights. Olight is a great light. I've been saying it for a long time. Olight is a great light. It's a great light. You charge it, you're ready to go. I haven't touched these in over a month and they ready to go still. No red light. No red light. They ready to go. So even though this is a viable option and a very good option, I don't know if I would use the big boy rifle. Now I also have a smaller rifle which I would definitely use. I didn't bring that down today because This was like a pop video. I had a chance to do a video. The kids are outside with the wife, and I had a chance to come down and get some stuff off my mind. This is where I come to get some stuff off my mind. So this was the topic for this particular episode. What are you going for? Are you going for the 45? And are you going for the biggest caliber you have? Or are you going for the most adequate caliber that you have? Now, in a home defense situation, if you have nothing else and you have a 22 or you have a 25, that's what you got to rock out with. But if you have a plethora of handguns to the point where you can task different, you can give different tasks to different handguns because you have that many to choose from. Are you choosing your biggest big boys? Are you choosing your biggest boomers? Are you choosing your biggest boomers? I mean, these are going to be crazy loud. Remember, nobody in the house has ear protection. So these are going to be big boomers. This ultra big boomer. You kidding me? You have this in your house and you're firing this ultra big boomer. So you really need to know exactly where you're putting these rounds. You really need to know what you're doing with those rounds. You need to know angles in your house. I'm telling you, I never liked geometry in school. Never did. But everything I deal with now deals with geometry. Everything. Everything is all angles. It's all angles, everything. So you really have to know the geometry of your house. You have to maneuver yourself into positions to where you're firing a shot, and that shot is hitting a solid foundation and not going through drywall. You want to know where your kids are in reference to your line of sight or your sight picture, or where you intend to fire. Are they in bunk beds? Are they in lower beds? You really need to know your house. Plain and simple. Me personally, I would always try to take the high ground. I would never fight going up. You're at a disadvantage. You always have the advantage of firing or being at the high ride. If you're at the high position, that's a really favorable position as far as defending yourself. So I would, you don't want to ever think of the scenario, but the scenario is very real. It's a very real scenario. Anybody's house can get broken into. Anybody's house can be home invaded. Anybody's house and anybody time. At any time, anybody's house can be in that particular situation. So you want to be prepared. People say, hey man, why do you always have a firearm on you? Because I know the reality of somebody following somebody to my particular home and waiting until they open up the door and they push the door in. They push the door in, everybody in the house is off guard. What are you going to do? These are scenarios, man. These are just everyday. These are scenarios that could possibly happen. I'm not saying that it may be your everyday scenario, and it's not my everyday scenario, but it's a scenario nonetheless. You have to run through certain things. You have to be prepared for certain things. I prepare myself personally for different types of scenarios. What do I do in this situation if I'm off guard in this situation, which I'm probably not going to be? I try to be very, very proficient at being on point. You know what I'm saying? And it's exhausting. It's exhausting, but you have to do what you have to do as far as a man in protecting your family at all times. So I do carry all the time. There isn't a time that I don't carry. You know what I'm saying? Every single time I have something on me that will protect myself and my family. And if I have to, whoever's around me, I have to. I feel like that's my obligation as a positive member of society and a responsible gun carrier in the US, man. I mean, it's crazy now how people try to, you don't understand how people, I'm not even, you know what, I'll save that for another one, man, because I was about to get into it and we already have 14 something, so I want to kind of keep it kind of low, keep it kind of quiet. But I just wanted to know, are you going for your biggest boomers? Are you going for your biggest boomers? Are you going for your highest round capacity? Are you going for your highest round capacity? Or are you going for your hardest, strongest impact? Are you going for your impact? I mean, because this can do some damage. This ain't no joke. This is probably the most violent handgun that you could possibly own right now. Besides, like, if you're able to get a fully automatic weapon, you know what I'm saying, that can get busy. But this, pure violent. One shot, as far as one shot capacity and the ratio to one shot to violent, this is by far one of the most violent handguns that you could possibly have, is a shotgun. It's going to get the job done. If you make a solid acquisition, it's going to get the job done quick. But sometimes you're not always that lucky. So you need the best option. You need the best tool to do what you need to do when the defecation is hitting the oscillation. It's 3:08 in the morning. You're not reaching for a lamp or a bat or a golf club with 3 assailants in your house, not knowing what they have. You're not doing it. It's just not realistic. Now, for some people, that's all they have. You don't have to, but that's what you choose to. If you choose to not be a subscriber of firearms, then that's your choice. And I wish you the best of luck with that Home and Gardens magazine when somebody is staring over top of you at 3:08 in the morning. I wish you the best. Me personally, I got one over here. I got one over here. I got one that I have, you know what I'm saying? I got joints in places where if I get at it, just give me a second. I need a split second. If I don't have it on me, I need a split second to get at something. So we can even up this playing field. You know what I'm saying? You got to even up that playing field. So I just wanted to come to y'all, man, real quick, get it off my mind. And what are you going for? It's nighttime. You got to protect your family. You going for your big boomers? I don't know. Drop a comment below. I'm not going to keep you guys too long, man. My kids are outside playing with the missus. I'm pretty sure she's tired. And we're going to end it. We're going to end it off, man, just like that. All right? I wish you guys safety. I wish you guys health. And I wish you guys to stay blessed, man. Subscribe and hit that bell, man. Power bomb that bell. Suplex that bell. Stone cold stunner that bell. Rock bottom that bell. Pile drive that bell. Hogan drop that bell. Yeah, I like wrestling. Wrestling was cool. I like wrestling. Wrestling was dope. But yo, y'all get the idea, man. Like, subscribe, man. Follow. I got some I got some good stuff coming for you guys, man. But like and subscribe, man. I'm out. Something quick. I'll let your boy. Watch your six.